the documents and the book of prime entry. Okay, so you have looked at the 6 main documents and you have learned goods returning process in detail. Very soon you are going to see more documents. But for now, let's learn what are the first books of accounting. What are the first set of books in accounting which you use to record documents? Okay, here's a big table. You have to fill out some blanks here. As you write, you would remember better. So you see, books of prime entry, synonym is books of original entry. They mean the same thing. In short, I call this as book of prime entry for the sake of saving time for me to pronounce it. Okay, book of prime entry. In short, I call it BOPE. If the exam asks you what is meant by book of prime entry, you tell them that it's the first set of accounting books into which accounting records are made based on source documents. That's the first book in accounting. You see, there's a rainbow here, which indicates there are 7 books of prime entry. Okay, so let's list them down in the leftmost column of the table here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Number 1, write down. Sales journal. Synonym is sales table. Second one, right? Okay, write along with me. Don't wait for me to finish, then only you write. Sales return journal, known as sales return daybook. Synonym. Third book of prime entry, purchases journal, also known as purchases table. Okay, the word purchases, it looks like an A here. Okay, next. Okay, these are the 7 books of prime entry. Okay, once done, I think let me know, and then we move on to learn their functions. Okay, and then we will also write along when we discuss the functions.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Now we look at the function column. Sales journal is used to record, okay, write down, to record credit sales, which means whenever you sell goods on credit, you have to record into the sales journal. Okay, whenever you sell goods on credit, you have to record into the sales journal. Okay, so what document would you have when you sell goods on credit? So you would record this document into the sales journal. So you try to answer. What document would you record into the sales journal?
Invoice.
Yes, invoice. But when you are the supplier, you don't just call it as invoice. You call this as sales invoice. Even though it's the same piece of paper to both the customer and supplier, when you're the supplier, you call it as sales invoice. Okay, so write sales invoice. Next, the function of sale return journal. So understandably, based on the term, this is used to record goods returned from customer. Okay, after you have written this to record goods returned from customer, you try to determine what is the document will be recorded into this sale return journal.
Credit note.
Okay, good, credit note. When you're the supplier, you would call the credit note as credit note issue because you are the one who issued the credit. You're the one who issued the credit. Okay, next, purchases journal. Okay, so you're right. The function of it is used to record credit purchases, which means whenever you buy goods on credit, you would record it into the purchases journal. Okay, what do you think is the document?
Receipt.
No, it's the same document, invoice, because it's on credit, no immediate payment. It's just that we are customer this time, not supplier. So you call this as purchases invoice. Okay, if you have a purchases invoice, you record into the purchases journal because purchases invoice tells us that we bought goods on credit. Next one, purchaser return journal to record goods returned back to the suppliers. Okay, so for this, you are the customer, you record a credit note that you receive. So credit note received. Okay, credit note received. Okay, one thing to notice, the first four books of prime entry, they all refer to goods. Okay, goods. When you buy NCA on credit, when you buy NCA, you never record into the first four book of prime entry. Okay, don't record into the purchases journal when you buy NCA because you only record into the purchase journal when you buy goods on credit. Goods and NCA are different. Goods are the things that you buy and sell regularly. NCA are the things that you buy and keep in your business and use to generate profit. Okay, the fifth one, don't look at it first. Look at number 6. Look at number 6. Cash book. Okay, write down. Cash book is the combination of cash account and bank account. It's the combination of cash account and bank account. Okay, so when do you use the cash account and bank account? When you receive money or make payment, right? So that's the function of cash book. Okay, write down. To record the receipts and payments of money. To record the receipts and payments of money. It means that whenever you receive money or you make payment of money, you always record it into the cash book. Okay, the document involved, okay, write down with me, the document, official receipt, slash, write down a few more, official receipt, then draw an arrow to outside the table. Check is also another document that you are going to look at later, as well as check counter for you. Okay, what is check counter for you? I'll explain later. Okay, so when you want to record payment or receipt of money into the cash book, you have official receipt, check, or check counter for you. Okay, last one, petty cash book. This one, You would learn it when you do the part 5 with me, but for now, you write down the function with me. To record payments of petty expenses. Petty means small. And the document is known as petty cash voucher. But for now, I won't explain how it works, okay? I will explain it to you in part 5 about everything about petty cash book. Okay, once you have written this, you let me know. For the 5th one, I let you know after you have done the rest. Done copy?
Yeah.
Good. Okay, now the last one, general journal. Synonym is the single word journal. So must take note, the single word journal only means general journal. The single word journal, it cannot mean sale journal. The single word journal cannot mean sale return journal or purchase journal. The single word journal only means general journal. Okay, the function of it, okay, write down first. To record transactions that do not fit into other BOP. BOP means that board of prime entry. Okay, to record transactions that do not fit into other board of prime entry. Document, you put a dash here because what document you use to record into it depends on what transaction it is. Okay, so that's the purpose of general journal. For transactions that do not fit into other board of prime entry, you record into the general journal. Okay, I give you an illustration based on recycling activities. In a recycling activities, you would have a lot of dustbins, right? And each dustbin is meant for one category of element. For example, dustbin A for the plastic, dustbin B for the glasses, dustbin C for the papers, dustbin 4 for the aluminum cans. Okay, and nowadays we have more advanced dustbin like electronic goods dustbin. Okay, for things that you can recycle, you put into this first 5 dustbin. And the last dustbin, you call it as rubbish. So things that you cannot recycle, you put it into the last dustbin, rubbish. So you can think of general journal as the last dustbin in recycling activities. Reason is, for transactions that you cannot record into other board or prime entry, you throw it into this last dustbin, general journal. Okay, so that's how you can understand what is general journal. Transactions that you cannot record into other board or prime entry, you record into the general journal. That's why I call it as the last dustbin in the recycling activity. Okay, write down some transactions that you record into the general journal. It's a very common question in the exam. Okay, so write down some transactions here that you can record into the general journal. Please copy with me. Number 1, buy NCA on credit. You record this into general journal. Number 2, drawings of goods. Number 3, starting a business. Starting a business is also an event in business. We call them as opening entries. Very soon I will show you how to record. And then write down 2 more which you have not learned, but you would learn them in later topics. Okay, write 2 more transactions that you record into the general journal. Charging depreciation. Okay, once done copying, let me know. I bring you to the questions. I give you 1 minute.